Fundamentals of Bhagavad-gita. The chapter 1 is called Observing the Armies on the Battlefield of Kurukshetra. This is the summary given by the BBT for this chapter. As the opposing armies stand poised for battle, Arjuna, the mighty warrior, sees his intimate relatives, teachers and friends in both armies ready to fight and sacrifice their lives. Overcome by grief and pity, Arjuna fails in strength. His mind becomes bewildered and he gives up his determination to fight. There are 46 verses in this chapter, and the first 20 describes Sanjay. In the first 20, Sanjay describes the scene of battle to Dhritarashtra. Let's quickly go through that so that we understand what's happening. Here it is. This is the online Veda base. We notice first of all Dhritarashtra is asking Sanjay, what did my sons and the sons of Pandu do? The Sanjay then said that Duryodhana looked at the armies of the Pandavas, went to his teacher Drona and told him, basically he gave a report. Look at this army of the sons of Pandu, my cousins. Your disciple Drishtadyumna, he's taken charge of arranging it, and they have several warriors who are very powerful. We also have several warriors who are very powerful, who are willing to die for me, and our strength is without limit, whereas the strength of the Pandavas is limited. Then he said that we should ensure that Bhishma is properly taken care of, and Bhishma was listening to this till now, and he did not pass any remark. He was a pure devotee of the Supreme Lord, and he simply blew his conch shell, and because he didn't say anything, he gave an indication that, look, I'm just doing my dharma, I'm just doing my duty. After that, various conch shells, drums, bugles, trumpets and horns were sounded. There was a tumultuous noise, and on this side Krishna and Arjuna, they blew their divine conch shells. Look at this, there are so many divine conch shells. This is Krishna's conch shell, Panchajanya. Arjuna's is called Devadatta. Poundra is Bhima's conch shell. And then you have the Ananta Vijaya. Then you have Sughosha, Manipushpaka. These are various important divine conch shells. Notice that the Kauravas, they did not have such transcendental conch shells. So when they blew these conch shells, one thing to be noted is the sound shattered the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra. At that time, Arjuna, he was seated on a chariot in which there was an image of Hanuman in his flag. This was by previous arrangement. Hanuman had promised that I was there in the battle between Rama and Ravana, and here's a battle between the Pandavas and the Kauravas. The Pandavas were on Krishna's side, so I will also participate in this war by becoming an image in your flag. So then Arjuna, he took up his bows, he was ready to fight. At that time he spoke to Krishna as follows. Now let's go back to the second section here. From 21 to 26, Arjuna, he observes the armies on the battlefield. Arjuna, he told Krishna, my lord, please draw the chariot between the two armies. I want to see who is supporting Duryodhana. At that time, Krishna, he drew up the fine chariot in between both armies, and in front of Bhishma, Drona and other big shots of the Kaurava army. Krishna told Arjuna, just behold, Partha, all the Kurus assembled here. Notice this, all the Kurus assembled here. The Kurus are the relatives of Arjuna. He did not say, look at your enemies, look at the people whom you have to fight and kill. He said, look at your relatives here. And just then, by Krishna's arrangement, Arjuna, even though he's an associate of Krishna, uh, because Krishna had a desire to impart the essence of the Vedic literature through the Bhagavad-gita to the suffering humanity in the future, and he wanted to use Arjuna as the via media for that, he put Arjuna apparently into illusion. So then what did Arjuna see? Arjuna, instead of seeing opponents, he saw persons who were on the level of his father, persons who were on the level of his grandfather. He saw teachers, he saw maternal uncles, he saw brothers, he saw sons, he saw grandsons. Sons means sons of those who are his equals, like Duryodhana's sons. Grandsons, grandsons of his equals. He saw various friends, he saw his fathers-in-law, he saw various well-wishers. This is what he saw. He did not see opponents. He was bewildered. He was, instead of properly understanding that this war is a way to establish the supremacy of Krishna back in the forefront of human dealings in Hastinapura. The problem with the Kauravas was that they did not recognize and acknowledge Krishna's absolute position. So Arjuna, he got bewildered. Originally he wanted to enter into the war for this purpose, to re-establish dharma and to make people Krishna conscious. But now he is bewildered. Instead he is seeing something else. Okay, now let's look at 27 to 46. Arjuna then laments the approaching war. Then Arjuna, he started to lament. He became overwhelmed with compassion. This is inappropriate compassion. Arjuna, he tells Krishna that when I see all these people in front of me, I become nervous. I can't stand here any longer. My mind is reeling. I can't see how by killing my own relatives there will be anything useful. Why should I even try to defend myself? If they want to kill me, let them kill me. What? I'm not interested in this kingdom. I'm not even interested in securing all the planetary systems of this universe. Then he started to bring in a new thread of argument, that sin will overcome us if we slay such aggressors. Now notice this word aggressor, Atatai, that is the original. Now by Vedic law, aggressors are specific types of people who have committed certain types of criminal activities. Prabhupada outlines that in the purport here. Look at this. According to Vedic injunctions, there are 6 kinds of aggressors. A poison giver, one who sets fire to the house, one who attacks with deadly weapons, one who plunders riches, one who occupies another's land, and one who kidnaps a wife. Such aggressors are at once to be killed, and no sin is incurred by killing such aggressors. The Kauravas had done all 6 of these. They are certainly aggressors. There's no doubt about it. But Arjuna's point is, no, even though they are aggressors, they are our relatives. And because they are our relatives, if we kill them, then we will be overcome by sinful reactions. Why should we, who can understand the crime in destroying a family, why should we engage in this activity of sin? He thinks this war is a sinful activity. It is not a sinful activity if it is done under proper circumstances. Then he brings in another argument on how this is going to be a problem. With the destruction of the dynasty, the eternal family tradition is vanquished, and thus the rest of the family becomes involved in irreligion. See, responsible men, the elderly men, they are in charge in families which follow Vedic Dharma to ensure that everyone is obedient to Krishna and Krishna's injunctions for civilized material life, and to take up Krishna consciousness to a large extent or to a small extent, whatever. But if these elders, these elder males in the family, if they are destroyed, then the entire family enters into adharma. When irreligion is prominent in the family, the women of the family become polluted. From the degradation of womanhood comes unwanted progeny. Unwanted progeny. This is a very nice way to express Varna Sankara. Varna Sankara. Varna Sankara means an admixture of Varnas. Notice this, Varna Sankara, unwanted progeny. These children, they are not eligible for participating in the Varnashrama system. Now that becomes a very big problem, because if you don't follow Vedic Dharma, your material life is quite disturbed. An increase of unwanted population causes hellish life both for the family and for those who destroy the family tradition. The ancestors of such corrupt families fall down because the performances for offering them food and water are entirely stopped. There is a system by which one offers to one's pious forefathers foodstuffs which have been offered to Lord Vishnu as the remnants of foodstuffs that have been offered to Vishnu. They are provided for pious forefathers, and if that is not done, then that will cause trouble, because these pious forefathers, they may not be having a gross body, and you're making it more difficult to help them get a gross body. So then Arjuna, he then concludes that in this way the entire Varnashrama system will be destroyed, and those who destroy families without performing atonements, they always dwell in hell. So therefore Arjuna's conclusion is, it's better, let these people kill me, I will not fight with them. And then Arjuna, he sat down on the chariot, he cast aside his bow and arrows. Now this is a very rare phenomena. Arjuna has never done something like this, but by Krishna's arrangement his mind was overwhelmed with grief. The important point to note is, Arjuna is very compassionate. He is also renounced. He is fit for spiritual knowledge.